Madridistas, it is finally time for one of the biggest tests of Real Madrid's season so far, as this Wednesday, Real Madrid head off to Anfield to face off against Liverpool in a Champions League match. And really, this is a season-defining game for Real Madrid. In this video, I'm going to be previewing the matchup, telling you a little about Liverpool and some of the players I really want us to watch, and of course, give you my starting 11 for Real Madrid, and of course, my official match prediction. But before we get started, if you're new around here, I'm Dally with Dallyfc, and I cover all things Real Madrid. At the end of the video, if you like the content and you want to see more from myself, please hit that subscribe button. Right now, smash that like button and let me know in the comments what's your official match prediction for Liverpool versus Real Madrid. Madridistas, this has been a game I've been very much looking forward to over the past couple of weeks. I've been getting your opinions in the live stream, seeing how does everybody feel about this game. In the most recent live stream, a lot of you were very confident. I believe we had 80% saying that we will be winning this game as well, which I love the confidence. Now, coming into this game, this is finally a time that we can actually see how do we stack up against elite competition. Because frankly, if you're a Liverpool fan watching this, Liverpool right now is an elite club and could easily be argued as one of the best teams in all of Europe, if not the best team in all of Europe. Right now, they sit at top of the Premier League, and before recording this as well, they were at top of the Champions League as well, before all the games going on today on a Tuesday as of recording this video. Now, again, coming into this game, when was the last time we played Liverpool? We've had some classic games for us. And of course, I'm talking about more Real Madrid's perspective instead of Liverpool's perspective. But we've had some fantastic games, a couple Champions League finals against them, raising that beautiful, beautiful trophy, as well as some incredible comebacks. And speaking of comebacks, the last time we traveled over to Anfield was one of my favorite comebacks of all time. That is right, guys. That, of course, was the 5-2 comeback in Anfield, and what a game that was. It starts off early. Nunez gets a goal, Salah gets a goal, but then we come back and we storm back with Vinny getting two, Militao, and then Benzema, King Benz himself, putting the fifth one in the back of the net as well. And what a game that was. And I'm hoping we can get a game like that again coming this week on Wednesday. But honestly, I don't think that's going to be happening. This is a very much better team than that Liverpool team that we played a couple of years ago, excuse me. Seems like weeks ago, though, sometimes. But this team right now is at, again, the top of the Prem and top of Champions League. This is an elite club right now, an elite team. And right now, in form, they're just winning. As you guys can see, last couple of games, win. That's all they're doing right now. And then when it comes to Champions League, all they're doing is winning there as well. They've won every single game in Champions League so far. And really, it starts with one of the best players in the Premier League and probably the favorite right now to win Premier Player of the Year. Of course, Mo Salah, guys. Mo Salah continues to defy his age and proves to be one of the best right wingers in the world, and really is going to be a key player for Real Madrid to be watching in this one too. And I can't wait to be talking about the matchup between who I have starting at left back too. Might surprise some of you who've been watching the channel for a while now. But Mo Salah continues to be an elite player, as well as somebody who actually wasn't in the starting 11 last time they were out there as well. Is, of course, I am talking about Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz right now is probably one of the most underrated players in all of the Premier League right now. He continues to get goal and goal again. And honestly, if he's over on the left wing, look out for him. I would worry about him getting in the starting 11 way more than Cody Gakpo, because I rate Luis Diaz way higher than Cody Gakpo. So I could see a starting 11 very similar to this, except for I would probably sub out Luis Diaz for Gakpo in this. But honestly, this starting 11 that you guys can see on the screen right now is probably the starting 11 that Arne Slot will be rolling out there for Liverpool against Real Madrid. And a couple other players I want to highlight is Curtis Jones. I think Curtis Jones, the FOTMob score might not tell you it. I think that Curtis Jones has been playing very good. Same thing goes with Gravenberch. I think he's been playing very good as well. But again, I could easily see Curtis Jones netting a goal in this one as well. Also, of course, you have to be talking about Virgil van Dijk has been one of the best center backs in the world the past couple of seasons, and honestly was very close and probably should have won it too a couple of years ago, winning the Ballon d'Or, but he continues to be just an elite player. So that is somebody I'm very much worried about. However, somebody who's not in the starting lineup, who we've actually been linked with a lot recently, is Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent Alexander-Arnold has been missing. He's been injured past couple of games, but there was actually a tweet earlier today that Arne Slot confirmed that he will be back with the squad. However, do not expect him to start. And also, guys, when it comes to this game, one of the things that I'm curious about too is how much does Liverpool actually focus on this game, and how important is this game? And you might be wondering, well, Dally, what do you mean? We're playing Real Madrid. Liverpool is playing Real Madrid in Anfield. They want revenge. Of course, they're going to be prioritizing this game, guys. The big thing for them right now is they're at top of the Prem right now. And they have a matchup with Manchester City coming up this weekend as well. And if they would win that game, they would be catapulting themselves to clearly being the best team in all of England right now. And so I'm curious, what is the focus for Arne Slot and for this Liverpool team? Is it focusing on a Champions League table already that you're already, at the top of, or is it winning the Prem and really defeating Manchester City and really, solidifying your spot as the best team in all of England? So that's going to be something very interesting to watch. Now, guys, when it comes to Real Madrid in this one, first of all, we did get some good news, which I guess you could argue, is it good news or is it bad news? I will tell you, it is good news in terms of health, right? And what I'm talking about is looking at the squad list. As you can see, Lucas Vazquez is actually back with the squad now, which is very good to see. Very happy that Lucas Vazquez is back. He gets hurt in the Osasuna game, and they were going to say, it might be he's out a month or something like that. But luckily, he's back with the squad. Now, this is where I say bad news. I have been rating Fede Valverde playing at the right back position. And when it comes to this game, and when it came to the Barcelona game, I was saying that we need to be seeing Fede Valverde at right back. I will tell you all right now, if I see Lucas Vazquez getting in that starting 11, Real Madrid loses. You can skip the rest of the video. Don't do that. But I'm telling you right now, if Lucas Vazquez gets a start, I have no confidence at the right back because, first of all, you are rushing him back. Second of all, Luis Diaz will absolutely destroy Lucas Vazquez in this one. So I very much worry about that. I am hoping that Carlo Ancelotti, if you're watching this video, please do not do that. I have the lineup that I believe that will be working a lot better, which let's take a look at that lineup now for everybody. This is the lineup that I have for Real Madrid versus Liverpool. And of course, this is one of the biggest tests, I think, for Real Madrid because, first of all, guys, Vinny Jr.'s out. You might be saying, Brahim, why do you have Brahim up top? Vinny Jr., he got hurt after the Leganes game. It looks like he's going to be out a couple weeks now. I heard 3 weeks. I heard a couple games. We will see. But no Vinny Jr. in this game is a big, big loss for Real Madrid. So up top, I have Kylian Mbappe playing his right position, which is, of course, that left wing, that left striker sort of role, which we actually did get to see him play that role against Leganes, which I actually thought he looked pretty good. Thought he looked pretty good over there. Now, at right striker, I'm having Brahim Diaz get the start. Just a couple days ago, maybe like a week ago now, he actually got a hat trick for Morocco over international break too. So Brahim is actually in very good form now, coming back from the injury. Now, is Brahim, we'll go full screen. Is Brahim a true striker? No. He's probably more of a false nine, sort of, right attacking mid sort of player too. So I'm kind of curious to the positioning that we will be seeing from Brahim Diaz in this one because I believe he will be starting. I guess you could say as well is instead of Brahim Diaz, what we could do, like what we did against Lille, which did not work, is you could possibly be putting Endrick here in that right striker sort of role. I don't think that's the best option just because you haven't been consistently playing Endrick a lot so far this season. He's been getting some minutes here. He's been getting some minutes here. He's only really started one game. And of course that was against Lille. And that was because Rodrigo was a late scratch in that one. So I think that you are honestly doing a disservice to Endrick if you will start him against Liverpool in one of his second start ever. I don't think that's the best thing to do. I would start Brahim Diaz in playing a little deeper role and kind of let Mbappe do his thing there. Now, is Mbappe going to be carrying this team the full time? I'm not sure. We'll talk about individual players in just a minute. But my midfield, I would have Jude Bellingham, of course. Dani Ceballos actually very much surprised me in the last one. I thought he did very, very well, so I'd be putting him back in there. Camavinga and then Arda Güler. This is the same midfield that we just saw last week against Leganes, so that's what I would be going there. Now, back four. This is a little different. I have Fede Valverde, of course, at right back. Raul Asensio getting a second start. This is a big start for him as well. And then Rudiger, and then the change from the game against Leganes. I am going with Ferland Mendy over Fran Garcia as well in this one. And I will tell you guys why in just a bit. But in the back, of course, Courtois in the back. So now, when it comes, guys, to some of the players I want to be talking about and really want to be focusing on, first of all, it has to be the guy up top. It has to be. And really, this needs to be kind of a legacy game, I think, for him. And of course, guys, I'm talking about Kylian Mbappe. This needs to be the best game that Kylian Mbappe has ever played for Real Madrid so far, because I expect more and more better games ahead. But this is finally a chance that I think Kylian can kind of Show the world how good of a player he is, because there's been a lot of people, there's Madridistas who are doubting him. There's critics online. There's people up north in Barcelona who are questioning him and saying, how good is this guy? Did you guys actually need him? This is the game I think he can prove all the haters wrong, and I'm hoping that Kylian Mbappe can do that, because first of all, guys, again, let's go back to that lineup. Kylian Mbappe is playing at that left wing, that left striker role, and this is his ideal role. This is exactly where he wants to be, because it allows him to run in behind that right back. And really, when we're talking right backs as well, he's going to be up against Connor Bradley. He's up against Bradley. He is not up against Trent Alexander-Arnold. And I really think that this is an opportunity for Mbappe, honestly, to just destroy Connor Bradley. This could come back and bite me, I guess you could say. I think Bradley's actually a very good right back, and I think he's going to be better and better, but he's almost better on the attack more so than defense. Personally, to me, just watching him past couple games, I think he's decent. But again, if we're talking about Kylian Mbappe here, this needs to be a legacy game for Kylian Mbappe. I would love a hat trick from Kylian Mbappe in this one. I would love just leave no doubts at all why you are considered one of the best players in the world. And that really needs to be happening, because when you are missing a Vinicius Jr., when you're missing a Rodrigo, it's really up to you. You are really the only true winger on this team right now. And it kind of falls on your shoulders. So I am expecting, and we need a monster game from Kylian Mbappe in this one. Now, the second player I want to be talking about is in the back, Raul Asensio. Raul Asensio, guys, he's been very, very good so far this season. We'll go full screen for me. I've been very happy with him over the past 2 games. That's the unfortunate part. We've only seen 2 games of Raul Asensio so far. However, he's done very good in both of them. He gets an assist in the first one against Osasuna after Militao's horrific injury. But then against Leganes, he was very, very good again. Now, this is a different level though, guys. Liverpool is a different level. There's multiple players who are elite over there at Liverpool. And this is going to be a huge challenge for Raul Asensio in this one. And really, are we going to see a player kind of burst onto the scene and really solidify himself in this starting 11 moving forward, as well as Tchouaméni when he gets back as well? I think we could see that. Or could we see a player that belongs in the academy and does not belong anywhere near the first team? I could see that as a possibility too. I'm hoping it is the former and not the latter, but Raul Asensio, all eyes are going to be on him, in my opinion, in this one too. And we really need a just masterclass game from Raul Asensio in this one. So very much hoping he can deliver that. But again, everybody really focus in on Raul Asensio and see how well he's doing. I think his pace is very good. His decision-making has been very good as well so far. And so I'm hoping it's a very, very good game for Raul Asensio. Now, I think what you could be arguing as one of the most important players, and really, there's a reason why I'm starting him, is Ferland Mendy. Ferland Mendy, I think, has the hardest task after Kylian Mbappe having to go and be really the attack for Real Madrid. Ferland Mendy will be going one-on-one with Mo Salah. Now, how do I feel about this? Coming into the season, I actually thought Mendy is probably one of the most underrated left backs in all the world. And defensively, I rated him a ton. I thought defensively he was fantastic. Lamine Yamal's come out and said before that he's been the toughest left back that he's actually faced so far. If you guys don't believe me, Google it. If it's what he said, I am not putting words in his mouth. That is what Lamine Yamal said. Now, maybe you could say, he's a 16-year-old kid. He doesn't know better. Maybe. But at a time, Ferland Mendy has been an elite defensive left back. And that is what we need him to be in this one when he's going one-on-one against Mo Salah. Because Mo Salah right now, guys, is an elite player. He continues to be one of the best right wings in the world and could easily be argued as the best right wing in the world. But Mendy has a huge job in this one, huge task. Now, I do think the good part about having Mendy out here and where his position is as well is you do have the help of a Jude Bellingham and a Rudiger. Now, if this would be other way around, and you would put Raul Asensio here, I'd worry a little bit. I think Rudiger will be able to come out and help, and I think Jude Bellingham is going to have to come over and help Mendy as well, just because Mo Salah is a problem. He will get behind you. He will beat you one-on-one. He is a fantastic player, but we need an excellent defensive performance from Ferland Mendy in this one, so I'm hoping he can deliver that for us. Now, the next player I want to be talking about is Courtois. Courtois, past couple games, first of all, he was actually out against Osasuna. We actually had Lunin in goal, but against Leganes, he had no shots actually attempted at him. Now, this changes dramatically on Wednesday because the thing with Liverpool, when I rewatched the game against Southampton, they shoot the ball all the time. It's coming from outside the box. It's coming inside the box. It's coming right at the 6-yard box. They're shooting the ball constantly. Courtois needs to have his A game. And just coming back from his long-term injury, I think he's been out like 3 weeks or something like that. He didn't really get a good warm-up game against Leganes. So really, we need Courtois to be warmed up and be ready right away, because there will be multiple shots from Liverpool. Liverpool are not cutesy with it at all. They are willing to just shoot the ball from wherever it is, wherever they get the opportunity. They are willing to do that. So we need an elite game from Courtois, kind of like what we saw in the final a couple years ago. If you guys remember that too, that was just an all-time Courtois game. So I'm hoping we can get that from Courtois in this one. Now, the other player I want to talk about too is Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham, I just mentioned him helping out on Ferland Mendy. But if this is going to be the lineup that we are going with in this one, he needs, in my opinion, needs to be playing a little more here. Jude needs to be here and a little more of an attacker in this game as well. I'm going to be asking a ton of Jude in this game, just because he needs to be helping over with Mo Salah as well as helping on the attack, because I don't think you can just say, okay, Kylian, you go do you, beat everybody one-on-one, because it's not going to be one-on-one. It's going to be like 3-on-1 if it's just Kylian Mbappe as like the primary attacker. Jude Bellingham needs to have the vintage Jude Bellingham, which was only a year ago, guys. But he is in form right now. He's got goals in back-to-back games. And so very much looking for Jude Bellingham to come clutch for us once again. And I'm really hoping we can get a goal from Jude Bellingham in this one. Now, the final player or players I want to be talking about is that second attacker for Real Madrid. And what I mean by that is whoever is playing this right wing, right striker sort of role. There's a couple different players who could be playing it as well. I have Brahim Diaz in it. It could also be Endrick possibly, and it could also be Arda Güler, because Arda Güler, guys, he is not afraid to shoot the ball. Whoever it is making the runs into the box and shooting it over here needs to take advantage of a weak left back in Robertson, because I don't rate Robertson at all. I think he's very bad and probably the weakest link of Liverpool's entire team so far. Whoever it is needs to be taking advantage of it and beating him one-on-one and getting shots in the box, and hopefully either getting across to Kylian Mbappe or finishing it themselves. Whoever it is needs to be elite in this game. And I'm hoping it's Brahim Diaz. I'm hoping it's Arda Güler. I'm just hoping we can do it. That's what I'm really hoping for in this one. Now, guys, this is the starting 11 that I would be rolling out there. Now, the starting 11 that Carlo Ancelotti might be rolling out there probably looks a little more like this, which I don't like. I don't like that at all. I already told you guys already. If you are starting Lucas Vazquez at right back, I absolutely hate it, and I would be giving us a loss for sure. I could also see him putting Luka Modric in the starting 11 as well, which I don't hate that. I just prefer right now Arda Güler, and I would say bring on Luka Modric later in the game, but that's what I would be doing. So that's what my thoughts are on this game. This is a huge game, though, for Real Madrid. And really, like I said, this is kind of a season-defining game. How good is Real Madrid? Is this Real Madrid team that can go win the Champions League, go win La Liga? Or are we just a bad team right now? We look really good on paper, but we're just a bad team. I don't know. I think it's going to be very interesting to see in this one. In my prediction for this game, though, I don't know if we're going to win this game. I really don't. We could have everything go our way, but I do think missing Vinicius Jr., who's probably the best player in the world right now, is a big loss for Real Madrid. That is why I will be going. I do think we get the result, but it's not the result I truly want. I think my ultimate prediction is 2-2 with Real Madrid drawing the game in Anfield. And I say that Kylian Mbappe gets a goal in this one. And I also say that Jude Bellingham continues his hot streak and gets one as well. But I think Mo Salah is too much. And I think he gets a brace in this one as well. So that is my official prediction. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of the game. And guys, we'll be live right after the game as well. So I can't wait to chat with you all then. Again, really quick, guys, shout out to all the members. Thank you all so much for all the support. I really appreciate it. If you guys made it to the end of the video, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. I will see you guys in the live stream. It's been Dally with Dallyfc. Cheers. Real Madrid.